Hi guys, Ayel and I are here, and we're all just going about our day. And this is something that both of us do for sure every time we start a new program, and sometimes every single week. I'm about to start 12 weeks of Shift Shop, and that is really scary for me. I have done when I first started, getting through 3 weeks was scary. Getting through 6 weeks of the same program was scary, and then I just like messed around a little bit. I would do a week of this, a week of that, a week of this, and finally I settled down to seeing that 30 minutes a day for 30 days, and then changing it entirely was the way to go. And that did that for an entire year. And I'm going to be reading the book Grit, and I yell at you too, right? Be reading the
Yeah,
book Grit.
I downloaded it already. I'm going to be starting it.
Yeah. So, and the idea being, I really want to focus this month on consistency and tweaking and doing better in the details, and upping my game and just improving. And that means doing the same program. Now they change it up. It's not exactly the same, but staying with the same style program, same trainer for 12 weeks. So instead of counting down days, like I usually do to 30, I'm going to count down weeks. So I really focus on getting each week complete. And if I have a week that I struggle, so it's just a week. It's 12 weeks long, and I feel like that's a good way to pace myself the same way in a workout, like a 50-minute workout. I'll go slower at the beginning, like just to make sure that I'm going to be able to make it all the way to the end. And then as I build confidence, I build up weight and speed, etc. Okay, so I'm going to share my screen, guys. I'm going to show you exactly how I do this. So here you have the program I did today, finished up week of hard labor, and now go into Shift Shop. And when I go into Shift Shop, I go to the program materials, and I go to the nutrition guide. Okay. Then I come back, I go to program materials, and I go to round 1 calendar, because I'm starting with round 1 again. That means it's 25 minutes, 35 minutes, and then 45 minutes. Confirmed that, go back to the eating plan first. Okay, eating plan. So I've already gone through this, and if you want to see more about it, join us, read through. Basically, what it is that I want to fuel my body, and I want to take out grains and dairy. The idea being that when you want to be in peak physical athletic condition, dairy and grains are not your friend, according to this program. Now, I've done lots of programs where I have dairy and grains, but according to this program, you're going for a shred. Instead of trying, you want to build muscle, but you really want to be leaning out, and dairy and complex grain carbohydrates are used more for bulk than for lean, and we're going for lean in this program. I didn't write it, but there's a great balance of carbohydrates. You're just not having grains. And for me, I will say that is definitely a concern. I'm not going to lie. Like, I like my oatmeal in the morning. I like having bread sometimes, and I think that's going to be part of the challenge that I face. But you know what? Without challenge, you don't grow. I'm doing Plan B. The last time I did this program, I did Plan A, and I had amazing physical results, but not so much weight loss. And I really want to be able to jump higher and push-ups better, and a lot of that is just losing some body actual weight. So don't get on your high horse and tell me I shouldn't care about the scale. That is something that I do care about this time. And so instead of eating less, I'm going to be eating more by doing Plan B, which is what was suggested for me. So week 1, I'm going to have 4 cups of vegetables, 3 cups of fruit, 4 servings of protein, and 3 carbs. And those carbs are beans, lentils, and potatoes, sweet potatoes. Okay? And like all other kind of vegetable starches, like corn, stuff like that. Okay. Then I have 1 healthy fat, 1 seeds and dressings, and 4 teaspoons. I am using Energize and Recover. These are Beachbody supplements. And it's funny because I don't like to talk a lot about the supplements that I use. I feel like people feel then like if they don't use supplements, they can't be successful like I'm being. And I'm really trying to get over that because people ask me all the time what I'm using. And I have no problem telling them which almond milk I'm using. So this is what I use. You don't have to use the same brand almond milk as me. You don't have to use these supplements. I fell in love with them the first time I did Shift Shop, and I've stayed with them since. And I really, really enjoy what they bring to my workouts, what they bring to my life, what they bring to my energy, how they help me set up my day. Recover is just a plain protein powder. You could probably get a similar thing anywhere. I really like and trust the Beachbody brand. I get a discount from them because I'm a coach. And so I already ordered my Shakeology. It comes with my Shakeology, and I get it. I love it. Energize is a product I have never seen anywhere else. It's unique. I love it. It might taste like my all-time favorite childhood candy, which is lemon heads. And so having it, it's like an amazing thing to have in the morning before I work out, and definitely motivates me to press play. Also psychologically, I know the second I take that first sip of my Energize, the clock has started on my workout. Like I want to get it in, so I have the Energize that's going to last me all the way through the end plus and get that boost to my day. Okay. Shift Shop was interesting in that unlike other programs that just give you a guide and you make your own menu, you make your own meals, Shift Shop really gives you a sample menu to follow with a grocery list. The first 3 weeks of Shift Shop that I did, I was really, really successful in sticking to the meal plan only because I followed the calendar and I followed the grocery list, and it made my life so much easier. Turning on my printer, putting in some paper. So what I do is I'm doing Plan B this time, not Plan A. Plan B, week 1, menu, shopping list, and I'm just going to print this page. Okay, and then I'll look through here and I will change what I have. Hold on. Why didn't this print? Function P. No. Oh, wait. There it's going. Maybe it needed to turn on first. Okay. Okay, here we go. And move this. I'll just print. Oh, here it came up finally. Okay. From page 15 to page 15. Okay, Plan B, week 1, print. So I misspoke when I said dairy. Apparently, it's just milk because you could have a little milk in your coffee, and I see dairy on here. I must have just reread that because there is totally dairy on this. So forget what I said. This is exactly why no matter how many times you do the programs, you have to look at the meal plan every single time. I'm not perfect. Okay, breakfast. 2 eggs with spinach and cheese. I did remember that correctly. I had that for breakfast today. Then my Shakeology and a half a banana. If you don't have Shakeology, you could substitute another protein there. When you start any of these programs, you get 1 bag of Shakeology with. So it's good. It makes it easy to go. So now I have it printed out, and I'm going to look through and see if there's anything I want to change that I don't like or I don't eat here. What I do is I don't put my banana in my shake. I always have my fruit on the side of my shake. Chicken, lettuce, carrot, tomato, black beans. I don't know if I have the energy to make black beans this week, so I'm probably going to use like red beans or garbanzo beans just because they are easier for me to get. 2 tablespoons oil-based dressing with avocado. Ooh, yum. All that's in season. I can get all of that. Apple, no problem. Nut butter, no problem. Salmon, mashed sweet potato, coconut oil, broccoli, strawberries. Strawberries obviously are not in season right now here, so I will switch that with my pen on my list for plums. I'm really in love with plums right now, and I love the way they break up your grocery list as well. Okay, strawberries And I'm going to cross down my grocery list and write plums. And what's nice is that today my husband's actually going to do shopping for me because he had to run some errands, and I can literally take a picture of this, send it to him, and he knows exactly what to get for me. Okay. The other 3 days of the week is yogurt, Greek yogurt. What I do is I strain my yogurt, and that gives you Greek yogurt, and you actually get twice as much yogurt in the container. 1 cup of fruit, almonds, celery. I never eat celery by itself. I just don't like it. I'm going to for sure have carrots. Where it says celery, just add, carrots. And steak, lettuce, carrot, red cabbage, edamame, salad dressing, almonds, blueberries. Again, I have my fruit on the side of my Shakeology. It'll be interesting to see. I liked when I did Shift Shop the first time, sometimes having my shake in the morning and sometimes having it in the afternoon. I really got in the habit of then having it in the afternoon. And I think switching it off is good for me the first 3 weeks to kind of, see with our new schedule what's going on, ground turkey, everything kosher, everything I can eat in that first week. I'm definitely each week I'm going to try to do a call when I plan my menu because I don't know if I'm going to stick with the same menu for the 12 weeks. That's probably going to get boring to me. And in the materials you can see here, they have the Shift Shop recipe booklet that has lots of alternative recipes, over 81 of them, so that I definitely use that on Shabbos, but it's definitely worth when I do my menu in the coming weeks to sub some of these breakfasts for the omelet and the yogurt. It's just good to have more options always. Okay, I have my grocery list now. I have my food planned. You saw that took under 10 minutes to go through. And basically that's it. The other thing is to always look and see how much time. I only need 25 minutes to do my workouts all week this week, which is awesome. And that's 25 minutes start to finish. And then it's always good to assume, whether there is or not, a 3-minute cool down afterwards. I always assume that there's going to be a 3-minute cool down. Sometimes it's included in the videos, the cool down, and sometimes it isn't. And I don't always remember to check or have time or the interest in checking. So I assume that there's an extra 3 minutes. And because I tend to have lower back issues, I've started doing downward dog and stretching out my calves and hamstrings that way and my hips that way. And the pigeon stretch after every single workout I do, it adds 1 extra minute to my workouts, and I've kept myself from getting injured in my low back again, which I had been doing Shift Shop, which only had standing level stretches. So again, the more you do these programs, the more you know what you need to do to customize it and to make it work for you. I also am going to print out these trackers. Agility markers. I have these from Nike because I didn't order them like I should have from Beachbody because they're so much better and flat. But because I don't have them, then I was first time really successful in doing Shift Shop. I did use the markers and I did write things down on the markers. So trust the process, do what works. I am printing out the markers. And also, I have very, very little space. Anybody who ever complains to me they cannot work out at home because they do not have the space, I do not believe you, because you cannot have less space than me. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 squares, balato. That's the space between my couch and my dining room table. You cannot have less space than that and have 5 kids in your house and tell me you cannot do these workouts. As we go in our groups, I'm going to share what I'm writing on our markers. Part of what's pushing me to do this 12-week program is that I'm doing it with my team, with people in our groups who want to do it. And we're doing it with Chris Downing in his special group. He's the coach. And we're all, over 2,000 of us, going to be reading Grit at the same time, doing the workouts at the same time, struggling at the same time. And I think that the power of that many people being focused on the same thing, on the same goal, is really going to be empowering for me and help me to really, really work on my goal, which is to push through the boredom. because I tend to get bored. It's what I love most about Beachbody On Demand is that anytime I get bored, there's always a new program, always a new challenge. But at some point, my goal, it's like almost Rosh Hashanah. My goal is to be able to push through when things are bored, when I get bored, or the hard things that are boring, that aren't interesting and aren't exciting. And if I want to keep working on myself in that way, then I thought this, something that I already enjoy, something I already like, and I always have that backup. I could always switch programs, right? The only person I quit on is myself, but I don't want to quit on myself. So I'm gathering the troops. I'm gathering people who I feel accountable to, my challengers, my coaches, people who are on my team who I know are going to hold me accountable, who are going to say, Lily, hello, like you cannot quit. And doing it with a bunch of strangers who don't know me, but who want to love and support me, who I want to love and support, to just inhale like a supreme amount of positive energy. And also that I get to work, one-on-one every single day, not one-on-one, but whatever, him giving us his direct attention in the group, doing a live video that's like every single day, giving his energy into the group. Definitely then when you see his face and you're doing the workouts, you definitely feel like he's talking to you. So I'm really feel very blessed that Beachbody is always doing these kind of things in order to make it better for us and push us to newer levels. So this whole thing took 20 minutes. I am now ready and prepared for Shift Shop. Are you ready and prepared? Get to it. If you haven't joined Shift Shop yet, join. If you want to do a different program, get to it. And we're going to support you on reaching your goals, just like you guys are supporting us on reaching our goals. Okay, and